And this goes live. There we go. Sup, ladies and gentlemen, Archon here, and welcome back to each of one of you. And of course, if you're watching this over on YouTube, thank you so much for joining us. I am very happy to have you here. Remember to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also in the description down below, come join us live. Mr. Smokin', how you doing, brother? I have quite an interesting episode planned for today. Quite an interesting episode planned for today. Mr. Smokin', how's your day been? It's Thursday. I mean, we're close, right? Weekend's just around the fucking corner. Minion, how you doing? Weekend is just around the corner. I saw on your Twitter that Blizzard logic struck again. Oh no, we got in trouble for spying on an intimidating employee. What we do, hey, let's censor in-game art. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that today. We're going to have to. And then I've got some speculation stuff planned as well. But yeah, obviously we're going to have to talk about the fucking stupidity that is Blizzard Entertainment right now. I don't think we have a choice. I wish I had a choice. I wish I didn't have to discuss this bullshit. But it's ridiculous enough that it can't really be avoided, you know? Minion, how's your day gone? How's your week, actually? Tomorrow's Friday. It's the last day of the week. What am I missing? I feel so out of place. I haven't, like, announced that I'm going live. I should go announce that I'm going live. Let's do that. There we go. I cover the weekend shifts. So you don't work during the week? Holy shit. It's like a never-ending dumpster fire emitting the stench of raw sewage. Agreed. Illithus, how you doing, brother? Arrow, how you doing? Clockwork Angel, how you doing? Happy to have all of you here. So glad that you're all coming to hang out on this Thursday. I had plans of covering lore, you know? I wanted to just cover lore. Rach, how you doing, brother? Mickey Malta, how you doing? And then, of course, Blizzard struck, and so we'll deal with Blizzard. Of course, as always, we have to. Thursday and work 12.5-hour days, Friday through Sunday. Jesus. But it's still good to have that much off, though, right? Little kitty cat, how you doing? Elodie, how you doing, brother? I mean, there's so much that we need to discuss again today. I'm full sadness, actually. It's full Sag at the minute at Echo HQ. Living shit, Joe. How you doing, brother? Yeah. Fuck. We'll wait for everyone to sort of filter in, and then we'll get to the discussion of today's stream, and then we'll jump into the lore and stuff, because I did promise you guys lore, right? Yesterday. So I've got a brand new lore theory that I want to discuss. Ambra, how you doing? Lassia's Babby, how you doing? Getting ready, getting in the mindset. Let's fucking do this. I have to go for my second dose of vaccine. Gonna be watching on mobile. Nice. I hope you don't get as ill as the first one. Apparently people get very ill from those vaccines. Blizzard quickly becoming the perfect example of what not to do for future companies. Well, I feel like they've been that example for a while now. Like, if you want to make a successful MMO, just don't do what World of Warcraft is doing, right? And you'll be sort of on the right fucking track. Orkane, how you doing, brother? Malthrax, how you doing? Is this going to be a spicy kickoff? I imagine so. I'm a little annoyed. And you guys know how I get when I talk about things that annoy me. It sort of builds to a rant. So, you know. Yeah, I have to say, Minion, I'm as a carnivore, I'm very offended by the bowl of fruit. I find it offensive, and I also find it extremely insensitive of Blizzard to put fruit in the game. I demand that Blizzard remove the fruit. Because it is offensive to my people. A little annoyed. So what's your rage time today? Oh, you know, it's very RNG with me. It's very RNG, right? Shay, how you doing? It should have been a bowl of peaches. No, it should have been a bowl of meat. Alex, thank you for the what's up, dude. Really appreciate that. 11 months in a row. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lemons, do we? I do actually find it very offensive. Placeholder rights. Fuck me, dude. It seems like everyone is at least clued in on the issue. So that's good. I'm not going to have to explain the issue too much. Everyone already knows what the fuck is going on today. I couldn't think of a different title. Like, genuinely, I couldn't think of a different title. I looked at this and I was just like, yeah, what the fuck are you doing, Blizzard? Is sort of the base title that I can come up with. I wish I didn't. I wish we could have 1 week. Like, is it too much to ask for a single week of no Blizzard bullshit? Like, where's EA, Ubisoft, and all of the other AAA companies right now? I would love to get angry at one of them now. Because it seems like all of them are sitting back and going, fucking watch this, bro. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this fucking dumpster fire. Let's not get involved. This is taking some of the heat off of us. Because it's all Activision Blizzard. Every single time they do something, it's a fucking, it's the wrong thing. Like, I genuinely can't fucking stand it anymore. I don't want to wake up every morning and go, okay, what the fuck has Blizzard done today? And then I open my browser and I'm like, oh, yes, okay. So we have to cover this shit again. It's unreal to me. It is unfucking real to me. And it pisses me off because there's other AAA companies that is just as scumbag as Blizzard Entertainment. There are other companies out there that is just a scumbag. We should be allowed to talk about them, but none of them are making a fucking peep right now. You want to know why? Because they know if they say anything, they'll be dragged into it. So they're not even announcing new games right now. All other AAA companies are just sort of quietly sitting back, not making a fucking noise, and watching Blizzard burn. And Blizzard is throwing fucking kindling on the fire. Like, Blizzard is literally going, we'll douse this fire with oil. Say, oh yeah, that's a good idea, Blizzard. Let's do that again. Let's see how this goes. It's surreal to me. But you see, this is what happens when you deal with people that is completely and utterly divorced from reality. These people live in California. They have no fucking clue what the real world is all about. They have no idea what real people go through. They live in their bubbles where they think California is great, even though it's one of the shittiest states in the union. And they just sort of fucking, they just breathe in their own copium. These people sit there and sniff their own farts and think, oh my God, the ocean air is so refreshing. It's surreal to me. But that's what happens. You see, this is what happens when you're left in your little fucking bubble. You start thinking a girl showing cleavage is a fucking problem. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? If the girl was 12 and she was showing cleavage, that would be a problem. A grown-ass fucking woman showing cleavage is nice. It's her fucking choice. She's allowed to do it. But no, let me not get angry too early. Let me dial it down, because, yeah, you guys asked when's my range timer. It seems 5 minutes into the fucking stream. It's surreal to me. I genuinely, at this point, I just think Blizzard is hoping. There's someone at Blizzard that's going, let's see how fast we can burn this motherfucker down. Genuinely speaking, I genuinely believe that. There is someone sitting at Blizzard thinking to themselves, let's see how fast this shit will burn. Because I don't know. It's like every week they announce a new change that they're making. And every week the player base goes, we're not entirely sure that was even the fucking issue. But okay, there we go. I guess this is good. Why not? Let's fucking run it, you know? Let's run it the fuck down. It's surreal to me. It's genuinely surreal to me. I can't fucking even with this shit. I genuinely don't know how the fuck to survive this bullshit anymore. good at is holding Echo aggro. Yeah, they're fucking brilliant at making me fucking upset. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. I just wanted you guys to know that there will be an enrage timer in this stream. There will be a moment where I'm gonna lose my shit, and you should be warned. Yeah, if you're a sensitive viewer, maybe now's the time to get the fuck out of the stream. Actually, you shouldn't have been here in the first place. This really isn't your type of stream. You should go over to someone that streams butterflies and rainbows and shit. Because this is not it. This is not fucking it. Dragon Lore is gonna get chopped. Oh, yeah. Oh, fucking yeah. You think the dragons are gonna survive this shit? Say hello to Alexstrasza in a fucking burqa. That's what's gonna happen. Like, she is gonna be dressed like a potato by the end of this shit. There's no way that characters like Alexstrasza makes it out of this alive. No fucking way. Nexty, thank you for doing sub. Really appreciate that. 5 months in a row. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm very funny. Happy to have you, Nexty. Story, yeah, for sure. Oh, there's gonna be it's gonna be next level. But I don't want to talk about it yet. Let's calm down. Now is not the time to talk about this yet. We're waiting. I'm waiting for everyone to sort of filter in, make themselves at home, and then we'll start talking about this, right? Angawar, we'll get to it, I promise. We are going to get to it. There's a lot that we need to discuss. Like, quite a lot. Anyways, fuck it. Let's get back to something a little bit less aggravating. Clockwork Angel, thank you so much for the resub. Really appreciate that. Tier 1, 3 months in a row. Thank you, brother. Really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Extended it through November. Really appreciate that, bro. I see September is paying off, even though I think it's 20% off. So subscribe with your 20% off on whatever subscriptions get 20% off. I think it's... I should probably do a fucking actual search and just make sure that I know what the fuck I'm saying about September. This September is going to be magic. Okay. 5 years ago, we introduced September. I'll show you guys what the fuck I'm looking at. Here we go. Amentius, I played those ads. I played those ads so this could happen. So you guys don't get bothered for the next hour with ads. So I clicked this button twice in a row to make sure that for the next hour, people aren't bothered by fucking ads. Because if I don't do it, we'll be in the middle of a discussion and you'll get an ad, so you'll miss the whole fucking thing. So I do apologize for that. I didn't have a choice. I sort of just... Yeah, this is Twitch. Welcome to the fucking jungle. 5 years ago, we introduced September as a way to celebrate Twitch streamers in the community to support them with special savings on subs. So whether you're subbing or gifting for the first or the 100th time, thank you for being part of this incredible journey. Support your favorite creators, 20% off new monthly subs and gift subs. Okay, now about those deals. Beginning September 2 at 1 p.m., all viewers across the world can save 20% of the new monthly subs and 20% of gift subs all month long. Okay, so why is this going to be magic? Raid the loot cave for 20% off deals. That's probably where the... What the fuck is the loot cave? I have no idea what the loot cave is, but okay. Okay, September plus local sub pricing equals even better deals. Reach new levels with greater goals this September. September something... Okay, I don't know. Find more if I have to set it up. Greater goals is a new feature that helps creators set, track, and reach goals with their communities this September. The fuck goal? The goal with my community is to not get angry every 5 minutes. That sounds like a good goal, right? Yeah, I have never done that. Creators and editors can use /goal chat command. And then do what? Locate and manage goals action and click add. The manage goals action, quick action, should now be visible in your stream manager. So if I do a goal of let's not get angry, how do we know when we've reached that goal? And how do we know what would we do when we lose that goal? D-Zack, how you doing? Jerry Carver, how you doing? Amentius, how you doing? Robotic Unicorn, how you doing? I got a new laptop charger and it's doing amazing. I'm so happy about it. Nice. Nice. If you are a sub, though, those triggered ad breaks don't show. Plus, it is September, so you have 20% off. Truth. It is 7 a.m. here, and I haven't slept because I laid down and then randomly decided I wanted to take a bubble bath instead. But how long was your fucking bubble bath, though? Doomhammer, I'm afraid, yes. I want to check this goal thing now. What is this goal thing? Where do I get the goal thing? Clip chat, add stream marker, add stream delay, start watch party, rated channel, start a rerun, manage goals. Here we go. Here we go. Let's check this out, chat. Manage goals. Right. Oh, you can only do certain types of fucking goals. Okay. That's a bit sad. Why can't I have a random fucking goal? Let's do something stupid here. Where sub point goal is 350, let's go for 3,000. Make something that can never be fucking reached. There we go. Description. What do we make this description? The description of this. I need a description. Something for new people to come in. OnlyFans. That's good. OnlyFans goal. Then we copy the browser one. Okay, this is starting to look cool. It's actually not bad. The Twitch implemented this. Although you can do similar things pretty much fucking everywhere, to be frank. I don't think it works. Holy shit. That's quite big. I don't think it works the way Twitch thinks it works. What's the size of this? Ah, okay, wait. I got this, chat. I fucking got this. Don't worry about it. It needs to be 1480 pixels by 160 pixels. Okay. Oh, that's better. Jesus, that's not better. All right, where do we put this? It's going to be as obnoxious as humanly fucking possible. What do you guys think? Robotic Unicorn, thank you so much for the resub, dude. Really appreciate that. Tier 1 sub. Thank you. Well, actually, isn't that your first one? For 6 months in advance. Jesus. Okay. Robotic Unicorn, really appreciate the 6 month in advance sub, dude. Thank you. Thank you so much, bro. Really appreciate that. That is obnoxious as fuck, innit? How do you guys feel about that? Does it make you happy that it's literally... Like, what if I put it here? Do you think we're going to get more people subbing? Let's not put it there. I mean, this thing doesn't really work with my stream, but okay. We'll just have it somewhere random, I suppose. There you go. Now you know. Now you fucking know. If you want to get OnlyFans, that's it. That's it. Easy life. Easy paywall face cam. Just make it big enough that it fits the whole face. Wait, do this. You just do this. You do this and you tell people, let's go. If you want to see me, you're going to have to start gifting some fucking subs. And then Saj, no one gifts subs because everyone goes, hey, stream just got better. Oh my god. Wait, what happened here? Ninja Bears, thank you so much for doing something. Really appreciate that. 22 months in a row, brother. Thank you. Let's get that sweet OnlyFans, boys. Bro, if I made an OnlyFans, you guys would be so fucking disappointed about what I put on there. Eleanor, how you doing? Clockwork Angel, thank you for the gift that's up, dude. Really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What I do like about the goal is that it sort of interacts with the rest of the stream. So you actually get to see how far you are. You guys do realize, though, if we reach close to 3,000, I'll just update 3,000 to 10,000 or some shit. Streamer making me sub to watch him. I'm out of here. Go for it, Fuka. My last token for a noble goal. For a noble goal. The fact that you guys think OnlyFans is a noble goal is problematic to me. What is OnlyFans? Kitty cat. It's where girls show main sexy time. That the sub numbers for that meter may not update properly. A couple of other streams have had issues with the numbers changing on them. Oh, I'm not doing it to track anything. Like, legit not doing it to track fucking anything. I made it 3,000 because we will never reach 3,000. The most subs we've ever had in this channel was 522, I think. Was the most we ever had. So I just did it because I wanted to see what this goals thing is about. I don't give a fuck whether we reach it or not. Fuka, I know you were joking, by the way. If you weren't joking, I probably would have said, peace out, go fuck yourself. If I thought that you weren't joking. But it's just pictures of Leaves and his dogs. Hey, I could do an OnlyFans with just my dogs. Volley would fucking love that shit. Kit Kat, I mean, so there are some disgusting shit from what I've heard on OnlyFans. But basically it's porn for people who want to pretend that they're not making porn. Effectively. It's not just girls on there? Well, sure, it's not just girls on there, but that's pretty much the only people I would follow if I were on OnlyFans. And Wombat, thank you for the prime sub, dude. Really appreciate that. 8 months in a row. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wait, Iron Wombat, did you just sub again? Or is this thing broken? I think it's broken. It has to be broken. Digit, how you doing, brother? I think it is broken, yeah. Yeah, there is some sick and twisted fetish stuff on OnlyFans. OnlyFans is pretty weird. I mean, for the most part, do whatever the fuck you want, right? If you've got the body, do your OnlyFans thing. But there are some pretty weird people on OnlyFans. Watching watermelons getting crushed to spawn. I've heard of like a crushing fetishes and shit, which is very weird to me. But then again, humans are fucked. A lot of them are moving because OnlyFans trying to cut off porn and making it more family friendly. I think OnlyFans actually rescinded that. Like, yes, OnlyFans wanted to make it more family friendly, but I think OnlyFans actually rescinded that. And there is an actual reason why OnlyFans was doing it, by the way. OnlyFans wasn't just trying to be a new church organization or some shit. It's basically payment processors. That's the problem. It's people like Visa and MasterCard, because the vast majority of them do not want to process payments for porn because of the amount of chargebacks that happen in the porn industry. Digit, yes. Fucked in a backlash and backed off. I bet there are eaters and feeders on OnlyFans. Probably. Okay, so hear me out. Let's get him to 300 so we can get the best dog pictures ever and pretty rocks from the beach when he goes to COD. Sure, why not? They did, but a lot of their subscribers were still angry. I heard that people just fucked off. Like, apparently some of the creators on OnlyFans lost like thousands of fucking fans. Contract in Second Love was hanging out at a club, and there was a midget AVI DMing the ladies to crush him. Never went back to Second Life after that. I have never played Second Life. Is it worth it? Is it still going, actually? Is Second Life still a game that people play? Clockwork, financial institutions hate adult content, but not for the reasons you might think. It's not that Visa and MasterCard and all of these others basically want to, like, bring back the days of the church. That's not why they don't like adult content. It's because of chargebacks. Like, chargebacks is a pretty big deal for a lot of payment processors because they have to go and reverse every single charge. But in the porn industry, chargebacks are larger than in any other industry in the world. Mainly because the wife gets to the husband and says, "Excuse me, what is this Pornhub on our credit card?" And he's like, "Oh, that must be a mistake. I don't know what that is. This must be a massive mistake. I'll phone them now." And then they charge it back, and they have to do these chargebacks all the fucking time for people who, basically want to pretend that they didn't do anything wrong, or people who pay for one night and then sort of do a chargeback the next morning because, all they wanted was one good night. So that's why most payment processors hate adult content, because it's very expensive for them to operate. When I was on Second Life, I would hang out at 80s Club just chatting. It was fantastic. The fact, how many people in chat actually played Second Life? I have never played Second Life. I never knew about the chargebacks. Thanks for the info. I actually learned it from someone who works in the financial industry who explained on YouTube the OnlyFans situation. Like, they explained why places like Visa and MasterCard hate adult content, because it's very expensive for them. DJing in Second Life 2, it was a unique experience. Mike, go out of your house every once in a while, right? It's like a game, but it's a game about life. Shami earns her money through Second Life, selling skins and meshes and auctioning breedable cats. Oh my god, so Second Life is still a thing. It's still a thing, it's still going. But what's the point of it? It's not a game, because you're just living life. Golgoth, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here. Played for 5 minutes, got confused and never tried again. I have never played that. I'm not that big of a loner and a hermit to play games like that. Solid Snake, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub, dude. Really appreciate that. 6 months in a row. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Stuff there that you can't tire out? Like what? Like have sex with multiple people and not be sort of called a slut or a what's the gigolo? The ages when their kids knew Santa was fake. Would you raise your children to believe in Santa or break it to them right out the womb? That's actually interesting. Time Warp, thank you for the follow, dude. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. I was raised to know that Santa wasn't real, basically from the earliest of ages.
I used to only play WoW and LoL, but now this list has been updated to include FF14. I am loving the vast majority of things in this game. In fact, this week I haven't even done my weekly Tazabush because I'm playing FF14. But I will still play Shadowlands, just not as much as before I could play FF14.
Yeah, it's a good fucking game.
If Blizzard decided to make female pro tags family friendly, poor Sally Whitemane will be next and I might enrage.
Oh, you have no idea what will be next. Everything's gonna fucking change. But okay, back to the question, Eleanor. I was raised to not believe in Santa, basically from day one. I knew from the earliest moments that it was my dad in a Santa costume. I was also raised not to believe in the tooth fairy, even though in Afrikaans it's actually the tooth mouse. It's not a fairy. But I was raised to know that it was my parents giving me money. So I grew up not knowing any of this shit, right? So I probably raise my children the same way. Just because I don't think it's healthy for kids to believe in things that isn't real. So yeah, I'd probably raise them the same way. Your effect, why don't you like the TTA's voice? And last year's Babby, thank you for the 100 bits. Really appreciate that. I fear if Blizzard is going to go on a rampage to make the whole game family friendly, the game is fucked, right? Just GG. There's no more game. There's no more game. Goodbye, World of Warcraft. Timo, thank you for the first time chat. Really appreciate that. Happy to have you here. Nico Akko Dunn nearly had a rage stroke. Yeah, we're gonna get into my raging. We'll give it another. Let's make it another 10 minutes, and then we'll get into me basically losing my shit over this. Money, it leaves turds in your mouth. Why not say into the jailers nipples? No, he's male. Don't. What a weird thing to say, Jerry Culver. Men can be sexual. It's only women. We all know that, right? It's only women. Women are not sexual beings. Women should cover themselves the fuck up. And I actually, for one, believe that we should go back to the days where we believed that if a woman is horny, she is possessed by demons. I think that was a better time. While we're at it, we should probably also stop women from voting and getting a job. Just because those were better times. I think everyone agrees. Even the woman in the stream is probably going, yeah, we agree. We'd love to get back to the kitchen. So personally, yeah, I think Blizzard is on the right track. I think Blizzard is doing all the right things. We're the bane of sexualization, corruption of men. Truth. Eve is the reason we're no longer in paradise. Everyone knows that. It's all thanks to the fucking woman. It's like Tumblr's female presenting nipples and bot would flag actual artwork from museums. Someone would clip that out of context and give shit on you. They can do that, bro. I don't give a fuck. As I'm in the kitchen. Hope they won't change the goblin calendar. I prefer demon when wife was horny. Hey, the first painting was a dumb change. Sorry, but I will fight to death to protect the woman's right to walk around in public, all tarted up. Jesus. I never knew I could be outdone by fruit. Hey, it's what happens. Why are you saying this? People will make clips with malicious intent. Let them make clips. I genuinely don't give a fuck.
I love everything about FF14, including its slow GCD. Wait, what?
If you didn't give that 100 bits, I would have lost my shit, Golgoth. Lost my shit. Thank you for the fucking 100 bits, dude. Really appreciate that. Look, I don't care. If people want to take me out of context, there's one thing that I've learned throughout my entire career. You never apologize, right? The reason you never apologize is the only people that really get offended are the about 10,000 mentally ill people on Twitter who are perpetually offended by everything. Like everything. You could make the whole world better for them and they will still be offended by everything. So never apologize. Never. Never fucking apologize. Just keep going. Just keep doing what the fuck you do and don't pay attention. It's really as simple as that. Dead Magic, now we're on to some real solutions there. Women should cover up, and men should uncover crop tops and short shorts for the guys. That would be so weird. Oh my god, that would be so weird. And I wouldn't want that. Cancel human rights and make feelings devil magic. Rip through all the dances in Goldshire and Stormwind. Oh, it's gonna be real. It's gonna happen. But I'm assuming that chat wants to really talk about this, so... yeah, let's let's talk about this. So, I should start off, and basically, I should say, ordinarily, this is the kind of thing that would maybe make it onto the Clips channel of YouTube, but I have a feeling I'm going to put this on the main channel of YouTube, mainly because I think it's an important issue. It's important enough for me to say, fuck lore, let's talk about this, even though I have lore videos literally waiting to be uploaded. I want to start off by saying, very quickly, do I care in any way, shape, or form about these changes specifically? No, not really. Does it matter? Not really. The reason being, I have never seen any of these pictures in my life. The first time I laid eyes on any of this was when I saw this post. Prior to that, I didn't even know these pictures were in the game. I think because I don't actually play in first person, nor do I actually look at the pictures on the fucking wall. That's just who I am. I'm far too busy killing bosses and mobs and shit to give a fuck about what pictures is on the wall. That being said, the thing that pisses me off about this isn't the change itself, it's the implication of the change. That is my problem with it. We've spent the last 100 years in Western society, and I do say we because I don't think that it was just women who wanted it. I think there were men out there who wanted exactly the same thing. For women to have equal rights, the ability to vote, the ability to work, the ability to show fucking skin. For those of you that don't know, you can go follow feminist icon Camille Paglia. In the 1960s, when she was at university, there was a rule that basically said that men can go out after dark and go to the pubs and the bars and stuff, but the women needed a man accompanying them, right? So the girls from the dorms, they weren't allowed to leave the dorms unaccompanied, right? Because safety. And those girls fought. They said, fuck you, we don't want to be safe. We want the choice to be unsafe. It should be our choice to leave our dorms whenever the hell we want, because that is equality. If the men can do it, we can do it too. One of the biggest struggles that we've had over the last 100 years, and it's actually a struggle that we've only recently been able to get over, is the sexualization and the right for women to be sexual. For those of you that didn't know, there was a time where a woman being horny was considered demonic fucking possession. It was considered bad for a woman to have natural sexual urges. There was a time where we actually told women that their bodies were bad, that their bodies is something to be ashamed of. And that's what this change does. It goes back to that. Suddenly, it's wrong for a woman to show her body, to show her curves. Newsflash, motherfuckers. Humans are sexual creatures. We kind of have to be if we want to keep surviving as a species. Because I don't know if anyone has put two and two together, but for us to survive, we need babies. For us to have babies, we need sex. For us to have sex, we need to find each other sexually attractive. What is this change? I'm genuinely asking, what is this change? Who the fuck is this change for? Because I can guarantee you it's not for the vast majority of people. The vast majority of people are looking at this and going, you do realize when people were angry at you for sexual assault in the workplace, no one thought the game was too sexual. I'll tell you who this change is for. I'll fucking tell you. It's for the mentally deranged people on Twitter, the twatter folk, these people who live their lives as if, like, everything is just Twitter. They're on Twitter 24/7, finding new ways to be outraged by bullshit. It's for them. And sad to say, Blizzard, it's not over. Because these people are mentally ill. They don't look at things and are happy. They look at things and find new reasons to be pissed off. You've made a change to this picture. You've basically covered up her boobs. But they're still boobs. That will be the next thing that they're angry about. Why does this woman have boobs? She should not have boobies because that is fucking disgusting. Also, I just want to say, as a carnivore, I find this picture incredibly offensive. So change the fruit, please, because we should not have fruit on the wall. It's disgusting. I would prefer the naked lady on the picture, or not even naked, she's in a bikini. What's the next step here? If this is a problem for the people over at Blizzard, what is the next step? Should we close down OnlyFans? Maybe women should wear clothes that cover themselves up from fucking ear to toe. Maybe we should even cover the faces. Maybe that is the right way to live. Perhaps we should rescind women's right to vote, or a woman's right to be horny, or a woman's right to drive, or a woman's right to work. Like, what is the limit to where we will move this fucking needle? If this is the amount of stuff that we find offensive today, we're fucked as a society. The funny thing is, the vast majority of women that I've seen are not offended by this. They weren't offended by the fact that a woman has cleavage showing. Not even boobs. This woman isn't there with her fucking tits out. She has cleavage showing. Blizzard, I doubt very fucking highly anyone saw you guys grab an ass at the office and said, you know what? This is really the game's fault. It's because the game is so sexualized. These people work on these paintings of women cleavage, and then they get so horny that they just have to grab an ass. So if they change the paintings in the game, they will no longer grab ass. I love Sylvanas. I love Sylvanas' original skimpy outfit. At no point do I see Sylvanas' original skimpy outfit and think to myself, if I see a girl in public right now, that ass is gonna get grabbed. I have to. I've just seen a picture of it. This is the equivalent of fucking saying that games causes violence. This is those lawmakers sitting there going, we should ban games because they make people violent. Because someone might play World of Warcraft and then think, you know what would be fun? Shooting up my fucking street. This is the equivalent. Who are these changes for? Who are you meant to address with these changes, Blizzard? I'll tell you, no one, because this is virtue signaling at its fucking finest. This is Blizzard standing up and saying, let's signal how fucking good we are as a company. I tell you what, Blizzard, just stop grabbing ass. I've said this from the beginning. Do not virtue signal. Do not try to prove how good you are as a company. Just be normal, for the love of fuck. Just be normal. But no, apparently being normal is far too much to fucking ask for. Far too much to ask for. No, we should change the pictures in the game. And again, I want to make this very clear. The change itself is not what bothers me. What bothers me is the implications of this change. The reasons for why this change is meant to be anything. What's the point? What even is the point of this? No one can answer it because no one fucking knows. It's for the 10,000 mentally deranged idiots and morons on Twitter who for some reason think everything is offensive. Everything is fucking offensive. The very fact that men and women get along is offensive to them. And I'm sure at some point there will be some Blizzard moron who comes up with a reason as to why this should be defended. Right? I'm sure there's a Blizzard shill already writing a script out there trying to explain why this is a great fucking change. But guess what? For the vast majority of real people, this is bullshit. This is Blizzard wasting their time with things that isn't necessary. And it's not necessary. There's no reason for this other than to signal your virtue, to show how good of a person you are while you pat yourself on the fucking back. It's disgusting.
I don't blame Blizzard for these changes because I think the reason is that Blizzard themselves won't waste their money doing this, but is that they feel pressured by those on Twitter and the lawmakers you described.
The lawmakers can go fuck themselves if they think this is a good idea. Because I'll tell you who is extremely happy about this change. You want to know who the fuck you're pleasing? The church, the fucking Puritans, and the Taliban. Suddenly, World of Warcraft will be allowed in Afghanistan. The Taliban will go, yeah, finally, these women are covered up. They can now be in our fucking video games. Because these are the only people that will be happy with this change. No one else gives a fuck. We've spent the last 100 years trying to get women to a place where they can dress whatever fucking way they want, that they can walk around however they want, and we're back to this bullshit. We're back to this crap. Why are we back to this shit? I don't want my girlfriend walking around looking like a fucking nun. I like the fact that women are sexually appealing. And guess what? Most women like the fact that they are sexually appealing. You know what women don't like, Blizzard? You know what women don't like? Women don't mind when you notice that they are really sexy today and they look really beautiful. You know what they do mind? They mind when you go one step further and say, hey, you look very beautiful, slap on the bum. That they mind, because now you're no longer just appreciating the beauty that they emit. No, now you think that beauty belongs to you. That is the fucking issue. The issue isn't that you find them beautiful or sexually appealing. They wouldn't dress that way if they didn't know that they are sexually appealing to someone out there. The problem is that when you go one step further and you think that beauty is my fucking bitch now, that's the fucking problem. It's you guys fucking grabbed ass and now you're trying to change things as if this is the reason you grabbed ass. What the fuck are you talking about? No one is blaming this lady for you grabbing ass, whoever the fuck this lady is. It's not her fault. It's your fault because you thought the fact that she showed cleavage must mean that she wants me to motorboat her. Newsflash, it doesn't. It means she wants you to notice, yes, because she thinks she has nice boobies. So notice, sure, don't stare, notice. Maybe if she looks nice, you say, you look very beautiful. You do not motorboat her unless you're her boyfriend and she fucking asks. That's the problem. The fact that you're doing this suggests that you can't control yourselves. The only people that want women to dress more like fucking taut, shall we say, because I can't think of another word, fuck being not English first language, but the only people who want that is people who can't control their sexual urges. Because guess what the rest of us do? We see a girl that looks beautiful and we go, wow, that girl looks fucking hot, bro. And then we move the fuck on. Because unlike, seemingly, some of the people working for Blizzard, I don't get a semi and then think that girl is the reason for the semi. She will now pay the price for it. No, she was beautiful. I'll move the fuck along. Because she's not my girlfriend. I don't have the right to grab her. This change is useless. It is useless, it's unnecessary, and most importantly, it actually makes a little bit of a mockery of the entire fucking thing. That's what it is. It's a mockery of everything that you have done. You mistreated women in the workplace. You mistreated some men in the workplace. And now you go and you change a bunch of pictures. Can we get a round of applause for Blizzard Entertainment and their amazing fucking logic? No? No one feeling like giving applause? I wonder why. Blizzard, wake the fuck up. California, your little bubble, is a fucking sick place. No one gives a fuck about California, bro. If California fucked off into the ocean tomorrow, America would be better for it. You people are fucking nuts. The people that live in California that work for Blizzard Entertainment are fucking off the rocker. If you think this is the change that makes everything better, you are fucking insane. Get out of your fucking bubbles, wake the fuck up, and realize this is not it. This is not it. Do better, Blizzard. And by do better, I mean become normal fucking human beings that don't think that a girl showing her tits is an invitation for you to do something and you should cover it up. Fuck. People in Cali have been inhaling too much of that wildfire smoke. It's fucking insane, dude. It's fucking insane. The people in California have lost their fucking minds, and of course not everyone. Of course not everyone. I know quite a few people that's from California that's absolutely amazing, but there are people in California that are so fucking far up their own assholes, it's impossible to even deal with them.
I think they are being pressured by some institutions with flawed ideologies and stupid people on Twitter.
No, bro, this is Blizzard. They can go fuck themselves. This is not... Liberals used to be the people who fought for women to have their tits out and to have cleavage. Now, liberals are fighting for women to be covered up. It's a... What's next? Are liberals going to start fighting for gay people not getting married? Because why? Because it sexualizes gay people? Like, what's the next fucking step here for the so-called liberals on Twitter? What's the next step? I know it's not really liberals, don't worry. That's why I say liberals. I love liberals. I have a bunch of friends who are liberal. I don't give a fuck, right? But it's not liberals. I don't mean Republicans, Mike. I mean liberals. These type of changes are coming straight from the left. It's coming straight from the left. Real liberals at this point, I feel sorry for almost all of the real liberals, because I think most of them are looking what's happening in their side and think to themselves, what the fuck is going on? This is not what we wanted. People like Bill Maher is completely out of it. I mean, if you watch Bill Maher, he has no idea what's going on.
I applaud Fruit's choice on the painting. These are tasty ones.
Golgoth, if you say so, bro. I think actual real liberals are at a point where they don't know what the fuck is going on. It's sort of the same thing for conservatives, because believe me, there's conservatives, like actual conservatives, don't like the far right. They don't look at the far right, the fucking Nazi gunslinging fucking morons, and think, yeah, that's what America should be. The problem is that for some reason, it seems like both sides are represented by the worst parts of them. Both sides are being represented by the absolute worst parts of them. And it's yeah, this is the thing that sadly, I don't know if it can be fucking fixed. Dr. Steampunk, I sort of don't even think that... So, when you say you're 100% progressive, I think you're still talking about old school progressivism, right? Because liberals tend to be 100% progressive, right? But that's old school progressive. When what we're talking about nowadays is literally the regressive left, right? That's what this is. This is regression. We're literally going back in time. We're going back to a time where women should cover themselves the fuck up. We're created to feed our children. Men sexualize them and now tell us we are being sexual by having titties. Nexty, so its primary function is to feed children. You are correct. But the psychological function of them isn't like you've lost some weight. It's not some evil thing by men, right?
I support liberality, but I hate the fact that everything is corrupted by politics and these stupid ideologies. Politics is a corruption, and is the reason why I am extremely pessimistic about the future of our world.
I'm with you there, Zix.
Death comes for the soul of our world.
I'm with you there. Kenny S, thank you for the gift and sub. Really appreciate that. That's 18 subs in the channel. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you. And by the way, it's not men who sexualize titties. It's just natural, right? Look, it's biologically imperative that men and women find each other sexually attractive. It's biologically imperative. It has to happen, because if it doesn't, the human race is fucked. We die out tomorrow, right? Like, we're done. If we get no more babies, there is no more humans, right? So it's imperative that we find each other sexually attractive. This is why, and this is, a lot of people don't understand natural selection. Why did men choose curvy women, right? Why is it that curvy woman is sort of the height of beauty? It's natural selection. It has happened like that for hundreds, if not thousands of years. These are not things that some group of men sat in a room and decided breasts are sexual. It just happens, right? It just happens. We find each other sexually attractive. Women should not pretend for even a fucking second that they don't find certain features on a man very sexually attractive, like V-lines. I know for a fact that there are a grand number of women that find V-lines almost fucking irresistible. We sexualize each other all the fucking time, right? We sexualize each other all the time. We do that because it's sort of important for our procreation. If we want to survive as a species, we have to find each other sexually attractive. If we don't, we're kind of fucked. It's sort of over for us if we stop doing that. So yes, breasts, their primary function is to feed children. But they do have psychological functions as well, which means that it makes the woman more sexually attractive, right? And again, you could actually tie a biological reason to it, right? You can tie a biological reason to it. Nexty, yes, exactly that. Like I said already, we should get rid. You know what's absolutely fucking amazing to me? In Japan, in China, in Korea, none of this shit is an issue. None of this shit is an issue. Asian women are happy to celebrate their sexuality. Asian men are happy to celebrate their woman's sexuality. I was watching this, it was at one of the Final Fantasy sort of conventions, and the guys had a thing in their penis regions that the woman had to basically pull off or eat off or some shit like that. And it was a joke. It was everyone was laughing, the women were laughing, they were finding it fucking hilarious. You want to know why? Because none of those developers go afterwards and grab the woman by the, let's not say the words, but those women feel safe knowing that they can celebrate their own sexuality. Sarah, how you doing? Thank you for the first time chat. Really appreciate that. You're from South Africa as well? Whereabouts? How did we get here? How the fuck did we get here? Where we're telling women that it's not okay for you to be sexual. I don't know. I don't follow. Surely a woman is supposed to and allowed to do whatever the fuck she feels healthy and happy with, right? Pretoria, getting out of the country very soon. It's a pain for me. Where you going, Sarah? I'm in Pretoria myself. In East Pretoria. Pretoria East. Asia is a continent, but yeah, I was in Japan for 4 years in the military. Felt perfectly safe. I know Asia is a continent. I was just sort of saying, Japan, Korea, China, these are countries that celebrate sexuality, and yet there's no issues because they're suppressed by laws regarding the media. Like China doesn't have zombie forsaken. Pretoria North going to the Netherlands. Ah, nice. I'm moving to Cape Town in January. I don't even think that it's a Western problem, because and I'll say this and hope that people don't take it wrongly, but if you do take it the wrong way, then that's also your fucking problem. The vast majority of these issues all come from far left morons. It's these people that signal their virtue and the whole world is fucking evil and everything is offensive. And then it comes out that someone like Harvey Weinstein was doing all manner of fucking bullshit that he should not have done. Yet this was one of those left-wing people that wanted to do all sorts of weird crap. These are the people that do it, and they preach that shit because they feel fucking guilty, because they know they're doing things that they're not supposed to be doing. The far right has its own problems, like the fact that they think that there's one race that's superior to another, which is fucking bonkers, right? But that's the far right problem. If we're gonna start talking about problems, the far right has a list of problems that is very fucking wrong, right? Like, horribly wrong. But the far left has similar problems that hurt just as many people. I think in general, Asia is mostly safe. Sure, there are shitty parts. True. Extremes are always an issue. It's being, whether it's from the left or the right, doesn't really matter. If you're on the extreme of either side, you're a fucking moron. Pringles, yeah, I think so. I think we can look at the future of World of Warcraft and imagine that some of our storylines will be affected by this. I do think some of our storylines will be affected by this. You see, the problem with these people is they do not believe that anything in this world can be non-political. They don't believe that anything in this world can be non-political. So whenever they have a fucking opportunity, they will turn it political. SA is racist, so to tell someone stupid, but not someone white. Sarah, I'm not following. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, but South Africa is a special case of fucked up on a whole different level. Funny thing is that at the ancient times in Crete, the women there not only wearing clothes that left the breast exposed, but they were very respected as well. Like I said, we've gone backwards. We have fucking regressed, bro. On a level that is undeniable to me. We have regressed, and we seem to just keep going back. Ellen, how you doing? By the way, thank you for the first time chat. Really appreciate that. The things that Blizzard did is they're basically making changes now that doesn't need to be changed. It's stupid fucking changes. What am I looking at here? I'm pretty sure back since the Greece orgies and a lot of other sexual things were openly accepted. I mean, look, we've gone through a period. There was a time where sexuality was expressed in a variety of ways, right? And then we went through the whole period of the Catholic Church basically imposing their will on the people of the world. And since then, we've basically been fighting to throw off a lot of the sort of stupid shit that didn't make sense, but also keep some of the things that do make sense, right? Because guess what? Even a broken clock is wrong, or is right at least twice a day, right? There are things that the Catholic Church and the church in general believed and sort of installed in our value system that I think we should all keep, and I think those are good things. But there is also a lot of fucking bonker things that people should go, nah, let's not keep that. One of them being, women should not be sexual. It's like, since fucking when? Since when? Guys, say goodbye to Alexstrasza, Valera, even I think actually all three of the Windrunner sisters, say goodbye to all of them. Sarah, yes, the topic is extremely wide. This specific topic, though, is about Blizzard making stupid fucking changes, which, you know, has to be discussed. Well, maybe they should change Draenei. They're probably going to remove the hips and the tail from Draenei, because the hips and the tail can be deemed sexual by some people. With the Hulk physique, Nal Scott. Jesus. Oh, and the horns will have to be removed as well. That's disgusting. And by the way, guys, if you don't think that these things should be removed, you're wrong. You're a bigot. You're a fucking bigot. If you think these things shouldn't be removed. Of course, it's disgusting. It's also disgusting, like I said before, if women work. Women shouldn't work. It's disgusting. It's absolutely unacceptable. Women shouldn't work. They shouldn't drive. Because, God forbid, you know what happens when women work? You know what happens when women work? Men look at them in the office. That's disgusting. That is fucking disgusting. Women should only be allowed to leave the house if it's with their father or with their husband. And even then, maybe not even. You want to know the funny thing? This is a joke right now. What happens in 5 years if we sit here and go... and we realize, oh shit, Akko wasn't just making a joke. It's coming true. Oh my god, dude. It's surreal. The world has lost its fucking mind. And I hate being the guy sitting in the middle of all of this. As a woman, a mechanical engineer, mainly a gamer. Fuck that. Sarah, no. You don't get a say in this. You don't seem to realize, Sarah. This is not... You don't get to decide this. We'll decide this. Us men. Like we used to back in the day. We'll get to decide. Because who else made this fucking change in Wowhead? Who else made this change? I'm pretty sure it was a guy. It was a guy who thought, you know what? Cover up them boobies. And it is sarcasm, by the way. Anyone that's getting slightly offended. I'm being extremely fucking sarcastic right now. Tasty Berries, how you doing? I'm very good, thank you. Just a little pissed off. They could try Pringles. That cardboard video for WoW refugees. It's even more hilarious now. I mean... Yeah, I don't know where we're going. And I'm just saying men and women are very equal. They are, and they should be. I don't know of a single guy that sits there and thinks, you know what we need? Less equality. I'm glad that we're equal. I'm glad that I can go out in public and I can see girls and they look sexy. I'm glad that I walk into the gym and I see the lady at the gym every fucking... every day almost, and she looks stupidly fucking hot. I like that. I would hate to go back to a time where you can't see women unless you ask the father first if you can take her out to dinner. He says, no, you have to take her to dinner in the living room and he will sit and watch. I'm glad I no longer have to deal with that crap. You want to know the funny thing? Nixie, I see a lot of girls at the moment making a little bit of, like, making jokes about this. But that's another thing that really perplexes me. The amount of times I hear women who want to be housewives and mothers, and then they get called out by other women for wanting those things. And I'm sort of going... Wasn't the whole point of feminism that women get to decide for themselves? I thought that was the point. Like, if a woman wanted to work, do your thing, right? If she doesn't want to and she wants to be a mother or a housewife, do your thing. But apparently it's only do your thing if it's acceptable and accepted by the vast majority of mentally ill people on Twitter. Not your thing to go on dates. Sarah, that's acceptable. The old times when you could buy wife for 2 cows and 5 goats. Saying the old times, it still happens in South Africa. It support all women until she doesn't agree with their viewpoint or has more traditional values. It's not just on Twitter, it happens in real life too. It does, Lassie? How so? Mipster, yeah. Well, it's not as bad as it used to be, right? So in South Africa, we still have like among some of the traditional black tribes, there's still a thing called lobola. Now, I'm not pretending to be an expert on this because I genuinely I'm not. But if a man wants to marry a woman, he needs to pay lobola to the father, right? So he basically, these days it's just money, but it used to be like cows and livestock and, you know, whatever else he had on his person. And it's still practiced to this day. I don't think so much by traditional, they all more modern people. So I think people who are more modern live in the cities probably no longer engage in that. But it's still very big in like the rural areas. Bitcoin's also accepted? Probably. I have one question. Look, I think this is the start, and I think it's going to progress from here. But I do think that before the next expansion, almost every female character in World of Warcraft will be as desexualized as humanly possible. About being equal to men. If you don't want to be an independent woman with 6 jobs, you are only setting them back in their progress, and you're part of the problem. It's insane to me because the whole point of equality is the fact that you get to choose, right? Not just on Twitter. If a woman doesn't want to have kids, she's shamed. If she wants to be a housewife with kids, she's shamed. It's a clusterfuck. See, that's the problem. Seems to me that girls can't stand together. That seems to be the real problem here. Flinderoinkies, how you doing? Seems to me like girls can't stick together. Like, you had a good movement, it had a good run, and then one group of women decided, fuck it, we're going left. Another group of women decided, fuck it, we're going right. Another group of women decided, fuck it, we're going down the middle. And now these groups are fighting with each other. Which is insane to me. Because, I mean, the whole point was, hey, get to choose for yourself. And now it's like, no, you only get to choose if it's the right choice. If you're making the wrong choice, fuck your choice. Twitter is a cesspool, dude. I hate Twitter more than I like it, to be quite frank with you. Rule number 1 I learned in my life, if you don't know them or care about them, their opinion is not important. Very good fucking rule. Prince Emmerich, how you doing, bro? I provide a cow and some chickens for you. My father would want far more than that if you're going to be buying me. Mainly the fact that you're a guy, and yeah, it would be a steep price. And fuck it, you think a cow and some chickens is enough to buy me? Bitch, please. If I'm going to be bought, it's going to be with fucking something real. Good morning, Ben Raging. How you doing, brother? Hope you're well. I'm doing good on this Thursday. Missing some FF as it's been a few days. Why have you not played in a few days? You only get to choose if your choice aligns with your beliefs. Otherwise, get fucked. Truth. Water Buffalo, then? You'd need to pay far more than that, bro. I'm not selling out for anything less than a couple of homes and a couple of cars. Sarah, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Thank you. Something else that's weird, that's weirded me out in this situation. You have to love yourself before you can love someone else, okay? So no, I love my dog, but I want to throw myself in a dumpster. Explain that. I mean, I think that's a topic that's far more serious, but I do agree with the basic premise of it. I think people who get into relationships to sort of hide their own insecurities is doing it for the wrong reason, and those relationships are almost guaranteed to fail, right? You have to love yourself. You have to be happy with who you are as a person if you're ever going to be happy with another human being. By that time, as most of them are in EU, I know the pains of that. Far more male friends than female friends, because I'm not out there to compete with one another. I'm out here to lift myself and the other people I hang around with up. I think something that I have noticed, and I recognize that this is an absolute fucking minefield that I'm walking into now, but something that I have noticed is that women are far more critical of other women than men are of women. And also, women create problems, like, genuinely. So first and foremost, women are far more critical of other women, right, than men could ever fucking be. And more importantly, women create issues for themselves, blame men for these issues that's been created, and then somehow try to live up to these issues that they've created in their own minds that men couldn't give two fucks about. So I saw this not long ago. I saw this woman going, why should I spend 2 hours applying makeup just to go out so that I can look good for a man? What is this bullshit? And I was like, you do realize that's not actually a male thing. Like, look, if you removed all of your clothes, there is not a single guy that's gonna go, wow, look at that naked lady, but she has no makeup on. I can't with the no makeup. I'm sorry. I can't with the no makeup. Oh my god, she looks terrible. You're naked, for the love of fuck. The guy's gonna go, shit, she's naked. Lucky fucking day for me. They wouldn't give a fuck. Women go, oh, we have to put ourselves through all of this bullshit, the high heels, the good looks. It's like, you do realize that the vast majority of men, their favorite look on a girl is the girl wearing his fucking hoodie. You don't have to have that. You create issues, right? And then somehow blame men for the issues that's been created in your own minds. When, genuinely speaking, the vast majority of the time, men are listening to these issues and going, I don't really mind that. I don't really mind that. I'm sorry. It's not really a problem. It's not really a problem for us. Right? But back to the more original point that I wanted to make in the first place is there's a ton of girls, right, that sort of complain on Twitter, because it's fucking Twitter, of course they'll complain, about how men are dragging women down and men say the meanest things. But when I listen to the vast majority of people being mean, it's women being mean to other women. It's women judging other women for decisions that they make. Either, it's a decision of I want to be a housewife, and then you'll be judged to fuck by all those women who don't want to be housewives. Or I don't want to be a housewife, I want to be a career woman, and then you'll be judged to fuck by all those women who want to be housewives. And it's like, why are you doing this to yourselves? Men have nothing to do with that, by the way. Oh, newsflash for all of the ladies out there. If you meet a guy that is threatened by the fact that you want to have a career and that you're intelligent, you're with a fucking boy, you're not with a man. Because the vast majority of men do not give a fuck. I am not threatened when I date a girl that is intelligent and that is career driven and that wants to make something of herself. It doesn't bother me. That's good for her. That's her fucking life. I'll do the best I can to help support her. But I don't care. I don't want a girl that's a little pussy and can't fucking stand up for herself. If you're dating a guy or meet a guy that cares about those things, you're actually in the minority now. You're dating the minority of men. You're dating the boys, the guys who've never grown up. And what they actually want is a mother. They don't want a wife or a girlfriend. They want someone that will mother them. You should get yourself a real man, a guy that actually feels proud, because that's what a real man would feel. They'd feel proud. When you come home and you got your promotion you worked hard for, they'd be proud of you. Because guess what? The other person's success is an extension of you. That's what relationships are supposed to be. My success is your success, and your success is my success. And I'm going to be proud when you are successful at things because it reflects good on me. It reflects good on me. And vice versa. It's insane to me. This level of and it's so often, dude, it's so fucking often I see these people tweeting shit out about why do men always have a problem with strong women? It's like, no, bitch. Men do not have a problem with strong women. Boys have a problem with strong women. Because a strong woman isn't going to take his shit. She's not going to put up with his lazy ass, punk ass bitch. She's not going to put up with it. She's going to be like, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of my life. You're dragging me down. He wants a girl that is okay with working her ass off while he sits at home and pretends to be working. He wants a girl that's going to be okay with the fact that he gets nowhere in life because he's not driven and he doesn't want to achieve anything. That's the problem. That's the problem. So, ladies, if you meet a guy that is threatened by you, right? That's threatened by what you're doing, get the fuck away. Get the hell away from that guy. He's not a good guy for you. It's not all men. It's a minority of men, but it's also the majority of men that some girls want to fucking date for some stupid reason. We don't care. And if there's one lesson that you as a girl can take away from this entire fucking discussion right now, men do not care about the majority of things that you think we care about. We don't care how much makeup you have on. We don't care how high your heels are. We don't care about the fact that you maybe haven't shaved in a week, and maybe we don't give a fuck. We don't actually go around with a checklist and ensure and inspect that you are up to fucking standard. You create these problems in your own minds, and then you think these problems somehow exist in the minds of men, and we don't actually care. We understand when you had a rough fucking day and you just want to unwind on a Saturday and you don't want to do your makeup and you don't want to do your hair. Guess what? We still think you're fucking cute. We still think you're cute. Why? Because you've got boobies. The fact that you have boobies trumps everything else. It genuinely, we will cut you a lot of slack. You have no fucking idea how much slack you can get cut, because most guys don't give a fuck about half of the things that you think we give a fuck about. Most of us don't care. So please calm the fuck down and just be yourselves, and don't listen to these girls. And I don't even want to call them women, because I think this is the equivalent of boys on the women's side. Don't listen to these girls that want to tell you how to live your life. You have the freedom and the right to make your own fucking decisions in life, so make your own decisions. And if that decision is to be a businesswoman, then fucking be a businesswoman. Be the best businesswoman you can be. If you want to be a housewife, be a housewife. If you want to be a fucking hooker, be a hooker. Do whatever makes you happy, and don't give a fuck about anyone else. Because these other people just want to bring you down because they don't give a fuck. Because they can't be asked to put in the effort. And that thanks you for coming to my TED Talk. I really appreciate it. I'll be here all week. I don't care about boobies. I just care about the person. No man does not care about boobies. You fucking take that back, Golgoth. You fucking take that back. That is an insult to men everywhere. I don't care about boobies. the fuck out of here. You don't care about boobies. When your girlfriend has her boobies out, you're watching. You're not sitting there going, I'll write a novel. Get the fuck out of here. Get the hell out of here. Of course you're watching. Of course when your girl undresses, you go, of course. Because are doing this world a huge service by showing the world their boobies and making their lives a little better. Agreed. You go, I can touch this. Truth. Is this for me? I swear, and I'm French, and not my GF, my wife. I don't know how anyone doesn't care about boobies. It doesn't have to be the highest priority, but every guy cares about boobies. At least the ones I know. Eleanor, yes. There is, of course, a group of men that care more about penis than boobies. But that's a whole different category of men, and I can't really speak for the gay guys out there, because I'm not in that camp. I'm not in that camp, so I can't really speak for the gay guys out there. I'll tell you what, though. If my brother is ever available to come on stream, I'll invite him on and he can have a whole discussion about what gay guys like. But I do have to admit, even my gay brother says that boobies are quite nice. That it's not sexually appealing to him, but he does find them quite nice. So I think most gay guys also like boobies. If you're bisexual, you like both. Truth. Bisexual people really have the best of both worlds. Booby pillows. Fuck, girls are beautiful. You girls have no idea. You have no fucking idea how beautiful you are. Like, genuinely speaking. It is just... If I could invite a girl into my mind to see what we see when we look at a girl, you'd be astonished. It's like your entire brain just fogs the fuck up. It's literally those moments in movies where time just sort of stands fucking still. That's it. When you see a beautiful girl. When you see a beautiful girl, you're like... The whole world sort of just fades away. You're just sort of looking at that girl. It is intoxicating. And also, I just want to say, girls, if there's one thing that you should keep doing, it's smelling nice. There's something about the smell of girls that is just next fucking level. How many times I told my wife I wish she could see herself through my eyes? I think that's true for most men, right? Booby pillows can be annoying if you're well endowed and try to sleep. It's downright sleep deprivation. The female body is indeed heavenly. It really takes your mind away. Yep. It is just, oh my god, dude. Women have no idea the effect that they have on men. Actually, I think they do. I think if most of the ladies are honest here, you do actually know the effect that you have on men, right? You know when you walk into a place, you're well aware that the men are sort of standing up purely by the grace of God at that point. Flinderonkies, you don't count. You don't count because you're privileged. You get the best of both worlds. You don't fucking count. You're not allowed to comment because the rest of us were limited by what we find. We absolutely know. Lol, any woman that says she doesn't is lying. True. Being greatly blessed by the titty gods is both a blessing and a curse for us ladies. I can imagine. But girls do have that. You can go for surgery to sort of make them smaller, right? I think so. I think my mum went for that, actually. Yeah, if I remember correctly. I can't go for surgery to make my boobie smaller. I just have to go to the gym. Ah, the oppression of being a man, bro. who played MTG in a mostly male-dominated area, I would regularly walk into card shops and all 20 guys playing would look up. I feel like it's extra heavy for nerds. It is sort of horrible for nerds, right? It's actually one of the things that I think, one of the reasons I think there are so many guys that's unhappy with some of the female streamers on Twitch. And I'm not saying that they're right, but if you take a girl like, let's take a girl like Alinity, right? Or a girl like Amaranth. Do you think in any universe, a girl like Alinity or a girl like Amaranth would have even noticed the vast majority of nerds on this platform in school? The answer is no. It's no. It's absolutely no. These guys, most of us, most of the streamers on Twitch, most of the nerds on Twitch, they would have probably been the people who bully us, right? Who say mean things to us in school. Now, I was lucky. I'm 6'1", and I've been 6'1" since I was 16. And I played rugby. So I'm sort of lucky in that I never got bullied by anyone. But at the same time, I was still a nerd, right? I was still a massive fucking nerd. I was just lucky to be one of the cool nerds. So these people are now invading sort of the platform that we believe was ours, right? And there's some guys who just can't fucking handle that. Just can't handle the fact that all these hot girls that they know they can never get is now on their platform. Thank you, how you doing, bro? Thank you much for first time chat. I'm still gonna do the lore for World of Warcraft because I still fucking love the lore of World of Warcraft. What about skinny girls with small boobies? Still good. It's boobies. Again, I want to make this clear to all the fucking girls out there. It might be small boobies, it might be large boobies, it might be medium boobies. It's boobies. Guys like them. There's very few men out there that's gonna go, yeah, no, won't be dating you. You have small boobies. It's fucking boobies. It's all that matters. It's boobies. We don't care. Yep. My husband, his good friend, would usually have to stand between me and the card tables for some of the more sicko dudes would quit leering at me. Most of the guys were just happy as fuck I could play and play well, but they were the odd. You're always gonna get like, look, I've said this before. In a room with 100 people, there's bound to be about 5 fucking weirdos, right? That's guaranteed. You're never gonna get past that. Uber, why's that? What about skinny guys with boobies that look like girls? How did you manage that, though? How does a skinny guy have boobies like a girl? Naturally. Are we talking natural or are we talking post-surgery? Because then it's still boobies. Still counts.
I know one place where you 100% cannot meet any hot girls or boys. It's the webcam hot girls and boys video chat spam on YouTube. Imagine being a hot girl or boy and work with those spam people.
There's probably still boys there. Yeah, but fame boys don't have boobies, do they? My request is you guys, please, please, please shower by some deodorant. Small places, an unwashed man is not fair. Any guy, any person. Fuka, thank you for stealing stuff. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the Fat Fuckers Club. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Any person that has bad hygiene is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. You should shower every single fucking day. You should not only put deodorant on. I have deodorant and I have, I don't know what it's called in English. I'll show you. Hold up. All right, so now I use cologne as well. But I use this first, right? Which is to stop sweating and shit under the arms, and it also smells quite nice. Then you use deodorant, and then you use some aftershave. That way, roll on. But I don't know if it's like if the rest of the world refers to it as roll on or what is it called on this thing? They don't really call it shit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is I can't use anti-perspirant. I'm allergic to it. So I use the one that just says deodorant on it. So it can't be antiperspirant. I'm allergic to that. It burns. It makes it so you don't perspirate or sweat. Yeah, but you have to use the roll-on first. I would say every guy needs to fucking do this. Use this first. Don't just use the spray. It's generally not enough. Use both. You smell good, you smell nice, and also use it before bed. For the love of fuck, use it before bed. The amount of people I meet who don't actually shower before bed and then also don't apply things. We went on a rugby tour. This was years ago when I was still in high school. Went on a rugby tour, and one of the guys who was sleeping right next to me. So it was like all of these beds. Like the guy right next to me, he wouldn't shower in the evenings. Like, he would just go to bed, and literally getting fucking woken up the next morning by the smell hitting you from this dude. It's surreal. It is surreal. Good WoW. Blizzard is super doing something wrong. Yeah, but did Asmongold quit WoW? I don't think Asmongold quit WoW. Asmongold have actually made it clear he's not quitting WoW. Loom. I don't think we have that here. Mighty, how you doing, brother? I quickly want to name this video that we just did. I need to upload it to Alex. There we go. Any of those, I don't sweat or smell. Perfectly fine. I don't know anyone who doesn't sweat or smell. Isn't that just like normal? But yeah, I have to say, I have a huge problem with people who don't take care of their hygiene. I find like ill hygiene is probably the thing that puts me off most. It's the biggest turn off to me. It is people who don't brush their teeth twice a day, at least, and people who don't shower and keep themselves fucking clean. It is super disgusting. Wait, when did Asmongold say he's gonna quit WoW? He didn't say ever he's gonna quit WoW. In fact, he said multiple times that he's not quitting WoW. I grew up the majority in Free State, so I think you should know how showers go there. Wait, how do showers go in Free State? I've actually only ever been to the Free State driving through to Durban. I've never been to the Free State. Look, Asmongold isn't quitting WoW. I'm not quitting WoW. I'm not playing WoW anymore, but then again, I've never really played WoW on stream, so that doesn't really, I think, kill anyone. But I'm not paying for my WoW subscription at the moment because I want Blizzard to make decent changes before I give them my money again. But I don't think, like, look, if there are content creators who quit WoW, that's good for them. Great fucking job. I'm not judging anyone. You do whatever the fuck you need to do, right? But at the same time, I also think that the vast majority of content creators will not be quitting WoW. We will just keep making noise whenever Blizzard steps out of line. And like myself, I've unsubbed from the game, so I'm making noise and I'm forcing Blizzard's hand by removing my money from the problem. In cold water, haven't used the geyser in over 10 years. I could never in my fucking life shower in cold water. That is a level of bravery I don't have. I'm not brave enough to shower in cold water. Josh Drive Hayes reiterated it, and I'm trying to find the quote. Yeah, I don't know. You probably wouldn't do well. You're in SoCal. We have a large pop of Middle Eastern people, and showering regularly is not a thing for the older generations. It's here in South Africa too. There's a lot of people that don't like fucking shower. For some reason, they just find shower to be completely annoying and shouldn't be done. Sarah, no. How about I just shower in nice hot water? Of course, not as hot as girls. I'll tell you what, though. The most uncomfortable thing I've ever done in my life is shower with a girlfriend. I don't know why girls do this, but you guys shower in boiling water. Like fucking boiling water. I get out of the shower and I have third-degree burns. So those I genuinely don't like showering with girls. It's far too fucking hot. You should have nice hot water, but it shouldn't be burning you. I'm just starting to do that. Cool showers help a lot with inflammation, which, considering my joint problems, yes, please do want. I do take showers hot and cold, so I switch between the two, but I just can't handle it because of my chronic disease. Shower time is sexy time. Yes, but then the water should be comfortable, not too fucking hot. Depends on the heat of each country, though. Shower every day on -10. Weather is hard. Wait, why is showering at -10 hard? That would be the perfect time to fucking shower. And Matt, where do you live? Where it's always -10? Because I want to live there. If you don't look like a lobster when you get out of the shower, you're not doing it right. I fucking don't like that hot. Like, hot's good because it relaxes you. Too hot doesn't relax you. It does the opposite. It makes things fucking far worse. Like, far, far worse. I know I'm going to suffer in Cape Town, by the way. I know I'm going to suffer in Cape Town. Because Cape Town gets really fucking cold. Like in winter, it goes deep into the minus temperatures. And I'm not accustomed to that. I'm not accustomed to the very, very minusy temperatures. Like in Pretoria, it might get minus temperatures for like a couple of hours in the night. But nothing, I think, as bad as Cape Town is going to be. Jesus, Mipster. Moving? Yes, I am moving to Cape Town. That has been confirmed. The one with all the baboons. There are a lot of monkeys in Cape Town. Yes. Baboons and monkeys, I suppose. I'm looking forward to moving to Cape Town. The place I'm looking at, like, look at this place. It just looks absolutely gorgeous. Look at this area. It's called Hout Bay. I think I've shown you guys homes of it before. It's like built around a harbor, so to speak. And they have all these hikes, these trails that you can take. You sort of get these views from it. And it's a small fucking town. You can see there. It's quite small. So I'm probably gonna move here. I mean, look at this. How cool is this? I'm trying to see. This is like obviously aerial view. Yeah, there you go. Like a nice aerial view of Hout Bay. I'm looking for places in Hout Bay right now. Because I think it would be awesome to live in a place that looks like this. I have taken cold showers. I live in South Africa. Do you know the amount of times we don't have electricity here? King Julian, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Really appreciate it. 22 months in a row. Thank you, brother. Really appreciate that. We don't have electricity for half the fucking time here, so you're sort of forced to take a cold shower, and I absolutely despise it. Absolutely despise it. Is there proper internet access in Cape Town? I would say Cape Town probably has the best internet in the country. Even though Pretoria's internet is fine, Cape Town has Vumatel. So hopefully Hope Bay has fiber. That's the one thing that I'm still trying to find out. So I'm probably going to phone them up tomorrow and just ask them. Of course, this I'm not looking forward to. Like, this would be kind of scary. Pikarku, how you doing? Like, just going on the beach and there's a Cape Cobra just sort of hanging the fuck out. Like, sup? How you doing? Thousands on the farm. The Cape Cobra is sort of, there's a lot of them, right? There is a lot of them. Mostly, they're not, like, they want to get away from you. So if you don't bother them, they're probably not going to do much. But, yeah. That is, they're kind of dangerous because I believe they can also spit. I think so. But yeah, that's a little scary. Like, I don't like snakes. Just going to say that. I like snakes more than spiders, but not by a huge margin. And thanks, Echo. I got Heroic Sylvanas down and finally got my... Nice, bro. Congratulations. And then the electricity is bad everywhere in South Africa. Cape Town is a little bit better. So, in South Africa, it's only the government that supplies internet, that supplies electricity, right? It's a government-owned company. They supply the electricity to the whole country. So the electricity is bad everywhere in the country. Now, in Cape Town, there are areas that is powered by city power. And those areas are a little bit less bad, but I mean, it's still the majority of it comes from the government, so they're still sort of forced to cut the power when the power needs cutting. So yeah, it's the fuck, look at these roads, dude. Just take a look at this. This is like one of the roads leading into Hope Bay. Look at these roads. I don't know why, but Cape Town is just such a fucking old school place. Look at that. Such an old school place, dude. Yep. I really, really want to fucking live here. Kaitoon, thank you for the follow, dude. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Why do they need to cut the power? So my government is far more interested in enriching themselves than they are in actually spending money where money needs to be spent. So they've spent the last 20 years not upgrading or maintaining any of the power facilities in the country. So most of our power stations are beyond their life limit. Like, the vast majority of our power stations is more than 40 years old. So they're effectively, they should have been retired already, but they built no new ones. And the new ones that they did build, 2 of them, are so faulty they keep breaking down. Like, one of them have basically been broken down since it came online, because they basically tried to cut corners everywhere to pocket more money. So, yeah, it's just... It's my country, dude. I will... If I ever buy myself a house, I'll probably do the whole solar installation thing. And yes, most of the people that work in our government do not even have qualifications for the jobs that they do. Like Sarah just pointed out there, our defense minister's highest degree is primary school. Like, he got his degree as a primary school teacher, and he is the defense minister of South Africa. Now, call me crazy, but one would think that the defense minister of a country would be someone from the military, not a school teacher. But in South Africa, that doesn't work that way. You know, he's a friend of the party. Therefore, they have this official stance, which is called cadre employment. right? Which basically means they only hire people that are friends of the party. I don't know. I know California have problems every year during summer with power having been cut. People in major federal government positions should have some experience in said area. I mean, I'm not saying they should, but one would think, right? But then again, one isn't the president of a country, so one would probably not know. Same here, the Minister of Health Department is a teacher. Makes sense to me. Just pray your country not were to be attacked. Dude, if my country was attacked by anyone, we'd probably be conquered within like a week. Yeah, week, maybe a week and a half. I don't think my country could stop shit. There's a season 10 of American Horror Story already? Good lord. Now that I got both KSM and AOTC for this patch, I'm ready for new shit. Bring on 9.2. You're going to wait a while for 9.2 though. 9.2 is nowhere near. So you're going to have to wait a while longer. Anyways, guys, I'm quickly going to take a 5-minute break. Grab some coffee. Get some water as well. I forgot to bring my water bottle up. So everyone, go take a break. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes. All right? All right. Sup? Welcome back. Did everyone take a break? Or was it just me? Please hold your calls about 16-bit music, like mobile call center. Oh my fuck, I should do that actually. I should do that. Get some proper break music. Like proper annoying break music. But no, this is part of the new sort of plan. I want to start taking breaks like every hour. I know I say that often, but I think it's important because usually by the end of the stream, like at the 4-hour mark, my back is fucked, my bum is fucked, my body is fucked. I'm tired. I just want to like not stream anymore. So hopefully with breaks, it's better. Trickstar, how you doing, bro? No. Never ever play Ark? Oh, don't worry. When I play games, I can sit for hours, but that's the problem, right? Even then, you should actually make a point of getting up every hour, because just going to the gym isn't good enough. Just going to the gym isn't good enough. You have to sort of, how can I put this? Sitting for too long is not healthy. It's really not healthy. Anyways, we have some lore stuff that I want to discuss with all of you. So we'll do that in about 5 minutes time, as soon as everyone's back from the break. I don't want to start discussing stuff and then there's still people who haven't arrived, like still on break. I promised you guys lore. We'll do lore. Time up, agreed. Very much agreed. Like, I've got a very expensive chair, like a really good chair. But even then, getting up is... If you don't get up every, like, hour, you can literally feel the impact that it's having on your body. For about 10 kilometers a day is the basic to stay healthy. I don't know. Going to the gym is, for me, sort of the best that I'm willing to do. Am I willing to walk around 10 kilometers a day? No. No. I'm not willing to do that. Shay, how you doing? That amounts into Valheim. Let's go. Jesus. Valheim is going to be the next MMO. Flynn the Rankies, no, I don't have a gaming chair. I have Herman Miller Archon. Gaming chairs are useless. They're not good for you. My chair is stupidly expensive. And when I say stupidly expensive, I think I paid in South Africa with all of the extras like $1,800 for the chair. So my chair was... when did we buy this chair? It was like 2 years ago? Year ago. We bought it about a year ago. And I paid... yeah, I think in December it will be a year. The Herman Miller Archon. Yeah. It's more expensive in South Africa because obviously it has to be imported specifically to South Africa. Get pulled out of place and your muscles can remember the bad positions. They're causing stress on the skeletal. So I'll tell you guys why I've decided it must be time to start taking breaks every hour. And there's actually a couple of reasons. One of them, I think, is actually audience retention. For the same amount of time that I'm sitting here talking, right, a lot of you are sitting here listening. By not having like a good amount of breaks in between, you do run the risk, right? You run the risk of, I think, your audience getting fatigued as well. Like, I think after a while your audience gets fatigued as well, because they've been sitting the same amount of time as you've been. So just taking a break every hour is good for your audience retention. And also it allows you guys to get up and go do something and not feel like you're missing parts of the stream. And then for the streamer, it's good because it actually helps you just be more healthy, but also sort of it gives longevity to your career, I think. Because streaming is rough. It is fucking rough. Especially on your mental health. Like, streaming on your mental health, it takes its toll. You see it now more than ever. I mean, there's so many top streamers now that's coming out with, like, not just big streamers, but just streamers in general that's coming out complaining about their mental health taking a nosedive. So, yeah, I think taking those breaks is just good for everything. It just helps you reset, so you're not the whole time in this mindset of entertain. Is everyone back? Shay, are you still watching ads, or is the ads done now? Doomhammer, I'm just making sure that everyone's ads are gone. Are people still struggling? Are there still people struggling with ads? So just to be clear, the reason I'm doing the ads, and Mikey, thanks for 100, dude.
When studying, I do a 45-minute grind, 30 minutes break. Off the record, I'll be waiting to hear your inputs on Fall and Rise of FFX of when you watch it. It's very insightful. So, lore time, boys.
Mighty Random, thanks for the 100, dude. Really appreciate that. And I will definitely be giving you my thoughts. You won't get any ads if you're subscribed to the channel. But the reason I'm showing all of these ads is for this. So I click the button twice. I show 2 sets of 3-minute ads. One as soon as I go for the break, and one as soon as I get back from the break. And the reason for it is that. You see that little timer up there? Let me make it bigger. Do you see that timer there? It means that for the next hour, no one is going to get interrupted by ads, and there's not going to be any pre-roll ads and shit happening because I've shown the ads now. So when I'm having a conversation and we're talking about the lore, we're talking about anything, no one's going to get interrupted with ads, which is the whole point. That's what I'm trying to do. I wish I didn't have to, but sadly on Twitch, you kind of you need to. You don't have a choice. And by the way, Robotic Unicorn, thank you so much for the gifted subs. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you. Can we get some love and chat for Robotic Unicorn and the 5 community subs? Really appreciate that. I don't mind them, mind you, but just didn't want to miss any of the convo. One thing you can know for a fact is when I run ads, I will not be discussing anything important because I have control over it. It's why I'm doing it, so that I have control, right? So that I know when I can start discussing something that's important versus when I have no fucking chance because you might get an ad in the middle of the discussion. So, yeah. You'll never miss anything. If the ads come on and you don't want to watch them, just go grab a cup of coffee or whatever. Because I'll wait till the ads are done. All right, onto the lore. Onto the lore, ladies and gentlemen. This discussion isn't so much speculation, although it does go into a lot of speculation. But it's something that I've been thinking about for quite some time now, especially for those of you that is patrons. You should have seen the Lovecraft episode already, where myself and Apocalypse dove into the runes on Frostmourne, and it's actually very interesting what those runes represent, because the original runes on Frostmourne were actually Warhammer runes. And each Warhammer rune actually has a meaning. It has a name and then a meaning attached to those runes. And the original Frostmourne had all of these runes. So it is entirely possible that Blizzard just replaced all of the Warhammer runes with a new version of their own rune system, but probably with similar meanings attached to them. For example, one of the runes on Frostmourne was the rune for hope. Is it a coincidence that one of the things Sylvanas wishes to destroy is hope? Also consider the fact that she herself was killed by Frostmourne. And if I'm correct in my speculation, those runes represent things that Mournblades kill or absorb. In other words, if you look at Uther, for example, what's one thing that Uther missed? Hope. Uther had zero hope for his own salvation. That's why Uther was so dark and couldn't heal. Sylvanas wanted to kill hope with everything in her being. She wanted to destroy hope. So that's that's one of my theories around the runes. The runes represent things that Mournblade shatter. So if you have the rune for hope on a Mournblade, if you stab someone with that Mournblade, even if you don't kill them, it absorbs, it steals that portion of their souls. Now, my theory today, or the sort of topic that I want to discuss with you guys today, is about the Archon. The Archon's wound is weird. Jumanio, how you doing? Holy shit, haven't seen you here in ages. How you doing, Jumanio? The Archon's wound is peculiar. It will not heal, and according to the Archon at least, the wound have some special properties. They don't tell us what the properties are, but they do have some special properties. So again, sort of playing into this Mournblade thing. Mournblades do something very specific, most likely dependent on the runes that is present on the Mournblade at the time of stabbing. So let's take a look at the Archon, because there's something very peculiar. The Archon is considered to be the firstborn, right? Carestia, the firstborn. She is the creator as well as the ruler of Bastion. Bastion's original purpose is quite, I think, straightforward. They are the fairies of souls. They pick up a soul in the mortal realms, bring it into the soul stream. The soul goes through the soul stream to the Arbiter, gets judged by the Arbiter, and then gets picked up by the Kyrian again to be taken to their rightful place. So it's not an automatic system. This entire system is sort of manual labor, which I immediately found very interesting, because if it was a natural system, it means that it was naturally set up to work this way. The fact that the Kyrians sort of interfere with this system and they're responsible for where souls go immediately throws a little bit of a shall we say, hinge into this natural occurring universe that we live in right now. Yuka Bazooka, thank you for the 2 months up. Did really appreciate that. 2 months in a row. Thank you, brother. All right, so, but put a pin in that. That's not important for right now. We've done multiple videos on the original purpose of the universe and the sort of manufactured purpose that we have right now. That's not what this discussion is about. And you can watch those videos. It's on the channel somewhere. I put out too many videos, so I don't really know which video you'd have to watch, but it's on there. Okay, so you have the Kyrians performing this very specific task. As part of this task, and the way in which they ensure that said task happens is by brainwashing their aspirants. So an aspirant gets to Bastion and go through this entire, shall we say, cleansing process where old memories are removed and basically the new memories are instilled. So almost re-education. And this has worked for millennia, right? At least longer than any of us know. This has been the system, and no one really questioned the system until Uther arrived. Now, the reason Uther is important to this is how Uther died. Uther died at the hands of a Mournblade. A Mournblade with very specific runes on it. One of the Mournblade's runes was Hope, as I already described and explained. The others were things like death, things like light. Even void runes can be found on it. Not literally named void runes, but if you look at what that rune will effectively sort of engulf or kill, it's the void. Why could Bastion not heal Uther? What was it about the death of the Mournblade that stopped Bastion from being able to mind control Uther? More importantly, Uther's mind control led to Devos turning her back on the Archon and the whole system of Bastion. I don't have a good answer for this, other than the rune of death on Frostmourne was literally meant to kill death slowly. So every single being that got killed by Frostmourne would basically put another kink in the armor of the Shadowlands. It would destroy a part of the Shadowlands. The biggest part of all of this for me comes from Devos. Devos is convinced, after spending time with Uther, that the way Bastion operates and functions is wrong, and it should be changed. And I think most of us agree, on the surface, Devos is right. What goes further to me, and this is, again, as I said, this isn't necessarily speculation video or a speculation discussion, because this is more questions that I'm asking right now. I have a bunch of questions that I don't have answers to. Devos wants to change the mind of the Archon about how Bastion operates. Yet after talking to Zuval, Devos not only wishes to change the way the Archon and Bastion operate, she wishes to kill the Archon and effectively destroy Bastion. What for? A genuine question. What for? What exactly did Zuval tell Devos? Because Devos tells Carestia, after listening to the words of the jailer and what you had done to him, what did he tell her? Was he lying to her? Because up until now, the jailer doesn't seem to lie. Just to be clear, the jailer doesn't appear to be lying. He says straightforward what he wants, and he just doesn't give a fuck whether you agree or disagree. He genuinely couldn't care less. I don't think, have we caught the jailer in any lie so far? Because I don't think so. The jailer genuinely doesn't lie. He makes very clear his intentions, and whether you agree or disagree doesn't really matter to him because he's so much more powerful than anyone, so he doesn't care. He'll just do it anyways. So I don't think the jailer lied to her. I think the jailer told her exactly what his brothers and sisters did to him, and that enough was Devos realizing this shit needs to go. But here's the biggest thing, and this is the thing that leaves me scratching my head. Carestia opposes the Forsworn. In fact, she is hell-bent on destroying the Forsworn to save Bastion. Until she gets stabbed by Shalamon. Shalamon stabs Carestia, and suddenly Carestia believes
He lies. He made up the whole thing. He instructed Dunathrius to tell Sargeras.
That wasn't really a lie. We don't know if that was a lie. But after Carestia got stabbed, this is the moment that Carestia herself realizes that her zone is wrong. You have to think about this. Bastion have stood for millennia doing exactly what it does. And it's not till she is stabbed by Shalamon that she realizes Bastion is wrong. The way Bastion operates is wrong. and that Bastion has to change its ways. Now, the initial response is she wants peace between the Forsworn and the Kyrian. She wants to welcome the Forsworn back into the fold. She didn't want to do that. She had no intention of welcoming them back into the fold. They were enemies. So what changed? The only thing that changed is the stabbing of Shalamon. Now, the sadness here is that we don't actually know what these runes mean, so we have no way of figuring out what runes are actually present on Shalamon. Right? And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, this is the whole Uther thing. So if you played the Uther storyline, you'd understand what we're talking about now. If you haven't played the Uther storyline, you'd probably be a little bit lost. But Uther's entire redemption arc comes at Uther finally understanding that Arthas wasn't actually as evil as he thought Arthas was. But then also Uther being sort of reunited with the other part of his soul, and Carestia realizing maybe we made a mistake. Maybe our realm isn't as perfect as we thought it would be. All of this happens after Carestia is stabbed by Shalamon. What did Shalamon take? It had to have taken something, and probably not just the sigil. Because Mournblades always take a part of your soul. They always steal a part of your soul. This is what we've seen from almost every single one of them. Not Kingsmorn, Shalamon. Kingsmorn is the wrong name. The fact that Blizzard named the sword wrong is not my problem. I will not use the word Kingsmorn. It's Shalamon. Everyone knows it's Shalamon. Shalamon is the perfect name for it. I still don't get why Blizzard decided to go with Kingsmorn. That's a stupid name. Shalamon is what it needs to be called. Arthas isn't as evil as he thought in regards to the culling of Stratholme. Prince of Melina, Uther realized that he should have helped Arthas. He realized that he is as much to blame for what Arthas became as what Arthas is. So it's not so much that he doesn't realize that, or that he realizes Arthas isn't evil, right? What Arthas did was evil, but it's more a case of he abandoned Arthas, and this is what led to Arthas being what it is, right? Shay, that's actually an interesting point. Perhaps it's called Kingsmorn exactly for that reason. It is meant to sever you from that which you rule. It could be, right? It could be that that's specifically, because if you think about it, Shalamon would have been the perfect name. Perhaps that is why Blizzard decided to call it Kingsmorn, because it does sever you from that which you rule. Now, I don't know exactly what the future of Bastion is going to be, and I don't know what the story of Uther and the changes to Bastion is going to be. There's no idea. Like, I have no idea what those are going to be. It's one of the reasons I'm so pissed off about the fact that we still don't have explanations for the actual runes that is on these rune weapons. I do know, however, that Carestia's future might not be as rosy as we think. If Uther's wound is anything to go by, it progresses slowly over time. Like, Uther wasn't immediately bad when he got into Bastion. It was spending time with that wound that slowly but surely stole from him. So I think the story of Carestia, the Firstborn, is going to become incredibly interesting, probably within the next patch or two, like not 0.2 or even 0.3 patch. We're going to see a very interesting story from Carestia as she has to deal with the wound that Kingsmorn or Shalamon left within her. It's just interesting to me that that was the moment she changed. The being stabbed by Kingsmorn or by Shalamon was the thing that changed her. What do you guys think? Do you think we could be onto a potential big reveal here? Or do you think it's all coincidence? It's just sort of, you know, who gives a shit? It's just coincidence? what's going on with Blizzard this time. Rain, we've already covered that. But needless to say, Blizzard is fixing shit that doesn't need fixing. No coincidences. I actually agree with that. I don't think any of this is coincidental. They keep raising the stakes. No, it's the Uther plot itself, not the stabbing that convinced her. Shay, you can't say that. Because you don't know for certain. You can say it could be the Uther plotline that convinced her, but considering everything we know about Korestia the Firstborn, everything that Devos did not convince her, everything that the Forsworn did not convince her, why would Uther's plotline be any different? The change between the Devos, the Forsworn storyline, and the Uther storyline is she being stabbed by Shalamon. Now, King Julian, probably not soon. Probably not soon. I'm no longer in the mood for Among Us. I'm no longer in the mood for Among Us, sadly. Look, I wanna make it clear. I don't care about the writing for Blizzard. I don't care if people think Blizzard isn't smart enough or good enough to write the story. If I only told the stories that I thought Blizzard was good enough to tell, I wouldn't be telling any fucking stories. I tell the stories that I think would be cool. And I don't give a fuck whether or not Blizzard will actually follow through on those stories, because who gives a shit? I'm telling the stories as they would be cool to be told. If Blizzard doesn't want to go with those stories, that's their fucking problem. I don't know if it's just the sigils, though. The sigils is another big problem for me, just to be clear. The sigils is another big fucking problem for me. Because we are told that these sigils were given to them, but suddenly they can actually... Wait, how? It's so fucking stupid, dude. It's just... How can they now suddenly remake those sigils? It makes no sense to me. These are special sigils that were given to them, and now no more? Like, now they can just make them themselves? What the fuck is this? I'm trying to look. There was a specific comment on one of the YouTube videos that actually highlighted this very well, but I can't fucking find it now. Yeah, I don't know where that comment is, to be fair. Do you guys want to see the comments on my... So I did a community post on YouTube, and people have been commenting quite a lot. Like, quite a lot of people have been commenting on this. Read you the highlights. I don't know what the highlights are, because I haven't really, like, I've not read through any of it. I've just seen a lot of comments on it, but we can go through all of them and see if there's any highlights here. I think it's stupid. Okay, so maybe I should first show what the post was, and then we can go through the comments of it. Can you just show me the fucking post, please? Here we go. Okay, so I basically said the following. These changes are quite confusing to me. How do we go from fighting for women to be allowed to express themselves, their ability to express their sexuality, to this? At which point did we as a society determine that the optimal way for women to be is covered up? The church and Puritans would have absolutely loved this. Don't get me wrong, the changes themselves matter in no way to me. It is the idea. So a woman's body is now something to be ashamed of. I don't think that's I don't think that's a particularly hot fucking take. I think it's stupid, but I also think the Garrosh Sylvanas dialogue change was stupid in the first place. Agreed. 100% agreed. We need to stop objectifying women, turns a woman into literal fruit. I can't not agree with that. Okay, so Nick here seems to have quite a bit here. It ends with, "You should be embarrassed by this take." So let's see what Nick has to say. And this is what this in what way removes women's agency from them? What about changing this picture decries a woman's body as shameful? Nothing. They just change a picture that someone probably complained about because they are in damage control mode. This exact reactionary bullshit is the problem with our discourse nowadays. Really examine what you just said. This painting in a video game got changed, therefore they want women to be ashamed of their bodies and cover up. In a game with literal sex demons wearing leather bikinis carrying whips. Okay, so Nick is the perfect example of a moron. Because Nick is the perfect example of someone that does not understand creep. You see, if Nick understood creep, Nick would understand that the literal sex demons in leather bikini whips will probably be the next thing to be changed. And Nick also clearly does not understand what it means to be implicit versus explicit, right? He doesn't understand that an implicit change like this could have further reaching implications. But one thing that I will give old Nick here is that Nick is trying his very hardest to make sure that every woman knows that he is on their side by wanting them to cover the fuck up. All right. I thought that I would throw in a little bit of completely useless accusation since he did that to me. I should be embarrassed by the take? No, Nick, you should be embarrassed by yourself. This is rated T for teens and not rated M for mature. They are breaking the law within the ratings limitation. So a girl showing off cleavage is mature? I don't know if I follow Nicholas here. I'm not sure if I follow, because if a girl shows cleavage, I don't think that's mature. Considering the fact that I've seen literal Disney movies where girls show cleavage and they were not rated M. So I don't think this is breaking the law. When you've been kowtowing to crazy people, this happens and won't stop. Expect more forced changes even though they are in the hole. Females have been complaining about sexualization of female NPCs and playable characters for decades. I'm not surprised by this. Virtue signaling is always at odds with itself. Women are either sexually exploited or sexually oppressed. No matter what you do, it's a lose-lose situation. Mark, I don't agree with this. Because the vast majority of women have not been complaining about the sexualization of characters in video games. The vast majority of women don't really give a fuck. There are a couple of people that seem to be complaining about sexualization of women or men, because a lot of games actually sexualize men and women in video games, and that's just an artistic choice. No one seems to be complaining about the Final Fantasy woman, just to be clear. No one seems to be complaining about that, because these small groups of people can't be seen as offending other cultures. They just want to offend, or at least control, Western culture. They don't give a fuck about, like, they don't want to be seen as insensitive to Japanese culture, because that would obviously be another big red flag for them. No. The red flags that we need to control is in Western society. So let's change Western society, but let's not touch the East. It's completely ridiculous to me. This change was made to keep the weak and pathetic quiet during the events the company is going through due to the few in the company who has tarnished the company's name, in my opinion. I could actually agree with that. Burka Transmark at 9.25, probably coming. not quite being a remotely attractive woman who just might bother taking care of themselves even a little. Now that is something the current NPC media is ashamed of. I actually agree with Dollface here. The amount of times that I see people getting really triggered by having beautiful or hot women on the cover of a magazine or in a video game, and then sort of getting called out because they're not representing women in the right light. And it's like, what are you talking about? Why is this wrong? In fact, the wrong way to be is to not take care of yourself and be a slob. And you know, I'm going to say this is no